What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is episode 14, and in today's video I'll be discussing some of the things that I would have or would not have done if I knew before starting PT school. I rarely look back on life because I do believe things happen for a reason and things happened in the past so I can be here today. But I wanted to make this video for the purpose of trying to be helpful by sharing my experience with the benefit of hindsight. If you are new to my channel, my name is Jin. I'm a second year DPT student and I post every week on my experiences as a DPT student and my perspectives on some of the exciting things happening in the physical therapy industry. So if you haven't already, I recommend you go check out my channel, go click subscribe, like, turn the notifications on if you are interested. So here's the thing, I usually alter my advice depending on who I'm talking to. If you are someone who's an overachiever, who's always on your grind, who's very type A, the best thing for you to do right now before PT school starts is to take it easy. You never want to start PT school burnt out because they're gonna throw tons of information at you to memorize and comprehend. So if you are going straight to PT school from undergrad especially, make sure you take it easy at least the last month before starting your program. If by any chance you are someone struggling with productivity obsession and having to be productive constantly, good news for you. I have a video on how I managed to find balance in PT school and some of the effective strategies that I used, and I'll link that down below. For many of you guys who are looking for something to do to prepare yourself for PT school but not exactly sure what to do, here are my 5 recommendations. Number 1, start lifting and going to the gym. If you are someone who's not used to consistently lifting, getting into a habit of going to the gym or lifting can help you both academically in PT school and in terms of just general health and fitness. Eventually it evens out, but I saw a couple of my classmates that came into the program with a background in personal training or with lifting experience have more background knowledge and experience in the beginning. Although I was active all my life pretty much playing different sports, I was never interested in going to the gym, nor was I interested in learning more about lifting or working out or all these exercise circuits. I just recently got into it, but thinking back, if I had gotten into it years ago, that's that much more years of experience and knowledge that I would have under my belt, you know? But it's not a deal breaker, obviously, and certainly not something that you need to be an expert in order to be a successful student in DPT school, but it will help with your transition. Number 2, I would have talked to different students and representatives of the DPT programs that I got accepted into. Don't get me wrong, I really like my program and I do believe that I've made the right decision. However, the more you know, the better it is and the easier it is for you to decide when the time comes for you to decide between multiple programs, if that is your case. And what better way to find out more about the programs than to talk to people that are in the program. This is also part of doing your research, but if you are planning to move away from home to a whole different state to attend PT school, I would highly recommend, if you can afford it, to visit the school and visit the city that the school is in to see if you like the vibe, see if you can spend the next 3 years there. 3 years of PT school may go by fast, but it's also gonna be super long if you have to suffer through it, and you don't want to do that anyways. So make sure you do your research if you're trying to make an important decision like this one. Number 3, work. I had 2 jobs in my senior year of college right before entering PT school, and if I can go back in time, I would have worked even more hours, assuming that I could keep academics my priority. Alright, this is a side story, but for one of my jobs I drove campus shuttles, which are like 35-40 feet long. And one day when I was just starting the job, I drove that thing into a dead end on a pretty busy street, so one of the passengers had to back me out. Alright, so working helps with 2 things. 1, you're making money, which is always good. And 2, you feel better about yourself that you are doing something towards this massive amount of loan that you'll be taking out for PT school, for majority of you guys. Even without talking about tuition, PT school costs money here and there, which adds up. You're not studying 7 days a week, and when you're not studying, you gotta have some fun. Going out with your friends, going to get restaurant food, textbooks, parking, all that stuff eventually adds up. But the good news is, if you're watching this video before starting PT school, you can start working now. Number 4, get your life together as much as you can, because when PT school starts, that's going to be your number 1 priority. at least until you figure out how to balance out other priorities and adjust your life. But like I mentioned in my other videos, workload is hefty, and you're gonna have to put in a lot of hours studying, especially in the beginning, because that's going to become a basis for more advanced concepts later. So it's obvious, the less things you have to worry about, the easier it is for you to focus on things that are important at the moment. And I'm not saying just cut off all ties and go off grid. What I'm trying to say is just know what's coming, be prepared so you don't have to prioritize things that don't deserve to be prioritized. All right, number 5, be prepared, but don't go over the top with it. I see a lot of questions about trying to get ahead even before PT school starts, like memorizing muscles, studying anatomy and all that. Personally, I would not do that. Yes, you can look over the textbook, look over what you will be learning in DPT school if that material is available to you. Like I said earlier, being prepared is good. There's a reason why DPT programs are 3 years long, and I know there's accelerated programs that are shorter, but my point is these programs are meant to set you up for success within the time that they have allocated for studying. Burnout's a real thing. You definitely don't want to exhaust yourself even before school starts. You will definitely have a lot of chances to do that once you begin the DPT program. So focus on being prepared, have your study materials organized and ready to go. Keep up good studying habits. Alright, so 5 tips for you guys that have not started PT school yet and are trying to come up with things that might help you best prepare for DPT programs. I hope that was helpful. If you haven't already, please click like and subscribe, and I'll be back with more videos. Thanks for watching.